And we are back for another fun week of RPG Pals Club. If you forgot last time, we're going to do an actual recap again, because we don't do normal opening recaps. Normally it's just bits.
Yeah, normally I suffer.
We're being nice, so no suffering, just recaps.
No, the characters are already suffering, and my bits are wonderful, Sam. Are you Sam-dering me?
I'm pleased with the recap. Please don't be lying about it.
No, basically, y'all have run into the Cassalanters and Lord Growlhund when you went into Dementlieu, but it's somehow a weird, LA era nebulous. Everyone's going cruising, but there's, weird vibes of everybody not having enough, everything being very expensive energy around, and Kiir tossed a fish drink onto Lady Cassalanter, and then Lord Cassalanter has ensorcelled them, charmed him even, and ordered him to get a cloak that he is going to steal, and Nivenya is not a fan of that. How about that?
Okay, thank you. You can get back to doing your wonderful bits that are only good.
Yeah, I think next week will just be Sahoni and Jin's problem. Spoilers.
That's obviously not why I suggested next week, because we aren't going to be here.
Roll that music. So, we cut back to the corner of Tank Top Stop, Baja Smoothie, and Sunglass Shanty, where the five of y'all are being surrounded by interested parties watching this hot goss drama going down. Kiir, you are attempting to steal a cloak from the Tank Top Stop because you do not have the gold for it. Nivenya, you are making aggressive movements, so let's get some...
I believe I just spat on someone.
Yes, so let's get some initiative rolls here, everybody.
You also stole a staff.
Yes, I did.
Initiative roll.
Initiative roll. Quick initiative.
It's bad.
Oh, it's not good.
4.
9.
You want to know the good news? They also all rolled horribly. So you got a 9, Nivenya?
Yes, I got a 9.
You get to go first.
Oh, heavens.
Doing whatever you want to do here.
Oh, why didn't I take calm emotions? I only remember just now that that's the one I was going to take. I think I'm going to... Does the staff I'm holding seem to be emanating any kind of magical control scenario?
The staff that Lord Cassalanter has?
Oh, the cane.
Yes.
The cane I took.
Oh, yeah, no, that is definitely magical.
I'm going to try to... I don't think this is how things work. Focus my... release Kiir, because I think the cane did it.
Mm-hmm. So you essentially want to try and see if you can counterspell this cane.
Yes.
Using the cane.
Turn it off, but, fantasy magic wise.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. You know what? I have been watching enough Fantasy High that I am down for this sort of baseball bullshit against the rules, so...
Thank you, Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Roll me. Let's all thank Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Thank you, Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Thank you, Brennan Lee Mulligan.
Thanks, bud.
Please tweet at Brennan Lee Mulligan and just say hi. Thank you.
He deserves it.
Roll me an Arcana check. And if you get high enough on it, I will let you burn a spell slot.
Oof. Okay. first proper roll. That's not good. That's another not good one. I got a 3 + 5 is 8. I have +5. That is bad.
I will... Actually, no, I'm not going to make you waste a spell, but that is your turn unless you want to move as well.
Also bonus action.
I mean, yeah, if you have a bonus action.
I want to run into the shop.
Fair enough.
And I'm shouting at Kiir, like, get a hold of yourself. I'm so sorry. This is not... He's being controlled. This is not him.
Lady Cassalanter goes up next, just points a finger at you, and what looks to be this force energy dagger just shoots out and stabs you for 2 energy. She used magic missile.
What a wizard.
It's then Victoria's turn, and he looks at the crowd that is looking around and looks at you trying to rescue Kiir and says, Robot, come find us once you've claimed the cloak. I will leave a present for your friend to deal with. And in front of the 2 of you, he snaps, and a spiked greenish gray creature appears and just smiles menacingly.
What size creature?
It is medium.
Ah, interesting.
It also has a long tail.
Oh, a whippy tail?
Yes.
Excellent.
And then he starts to walk off. Kiir, it is your turn.
Yes, of course, your lordship. I'll have this in hand. And I'm just trying to steal this cloak right now. Do I have steely cloak spells?
Well, you were intimidating them. You had your rapier out.
Yeah, you had intimidated them.
Okay, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the cloak off of the rack and look back to the clerk and say, if you have any intention of alerting some kind of authority, it's in your best interest not to. And I'm just going to try to keep intimidating him. I feel like with that intimidation check earlier, I don't need to use a spell on this.
Yeah.
No, and then you just, walk out.
Yeah, I guess walk out / into the big monster.
Oh, the monster's going to let you pass.
Cool. Thanks.
Oh, no. Oh.
Good friend.
Do I have any... I have no rolls against this charming...
Well, here's the thing. You serve the Cassalanters, but I'm not your friend.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Okay, so here's what I'm going to walk out towards the green monster and look to him and say, well, now that business is settled, can I help you with this?
Yes. Kiir?
Go ahead.
No, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I still haven't used my action,
No.
have I, this whole time?
No.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers
On.
the monster and whisper, now, play nice, as that starts to echo in its head.
Yeah.
It has to make a save of 14, wisdom save.
It fails.
Neat. On a failed save, it takes 3d6 psychic damage. Let's roll that now. Ooh, okay. 12
12 total.
psychic damage. And must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit.
Yeah, it's just going to run across the street.
To the sunglasses shanty?
No, it would be running into Baha Smoothie.
Oh, I thought Baha Smoothie was next to Tank Tops and Sunglasses Shanty was across the street.
No, Sunglasses Shanty is on the same side of the street as Tank Top Stop.
Okay.
So I chucked that fish juice across the street that owns. Either that or I ran across the street to chuck it, which still owns.
I think you checked it from across the street.
Yeah, that's how I was picturing it.
Yeah.
And then Lord Growlhund continues the, not really a retreat, just the complete disrespecting of the party, and it is back up to Nivenya's turn.
Nivenya is going to be very upset. And seeing as Kiir is fighting with them, I think that's fine. If I cast a 20-foot cube, including the monster just outside the shop, and there's crowd people there, are there? There's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of people there. I'm gonna do it. I cast I cast Nather's Mischief.
Ooh.
Just new spell. Just outside the door, encompassing the creature. I fill a 20-foot cube centered on a point I choose within range, so just behind him, with Fey and Draconic magic, and I roll on the mischievous search table to determine what magical effect is produced.
Search.
So I need to roll a d4, and I do that by clicking the thing. D&D Beyond. Let's see, a d4. That is a 4, the least convenient of them all. Yes.
So this massive drop. So it starts raining drops of molasses all around this 20-foot area, turning it into difficult terrain until your next turn. It also smells delicious.
Actually, they don't fall. They hover in the cube. So like in anime, when everything like the rain stops and like it's got the round droplets, everything's real sweet and sticky.
Even better. Yeah, that is going to destroy that cape.
He's not in it yet.
No, but I mean, once he gets in there, molasses is hard to clean out.
Kiir does say, oh, this would destroy this cape.
Yes, you wouldn't want your master having a bad cape. You should stay in the store.
You're very supportive.
Thank you.
And that ends your turn?
Yeah, so the doorway, I'm trying to picture doorway mechanics. So I will move up to the doorway next to Kiir as well, just so I'm within range of the creature, touch range.
So it is Lady Cassalanter's turn, and she says, "Oh, I see. You're trying to be your own special robot then, aren't you, Kiir?"
It's the molasses. Your ladyship, the molasses.
I suppose I might need to put some fire beneath your feet. And I am going to need dex saves from both of you.
Dang. 13.
21.
Ooh, nice.
All right, so the good news is Kiir saves.
Good.
The bad news is Nivenya does not save as a fireball is cast at the both of you.
Into the shop? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, they also summon a giant
I
monster.
hope that clerk can get behind a desk.
They don't give a shit as a base of 31 fire damage comes at the both of you.
I'm down. My molasses drops.
Yep. And do you want to know the good news, Kiir?
Yeah?
You're not charmed anymore. Also, you only take 15.
Yeah, also that. Oh, fuck. Didn't I have Spare the Dying? I don't have that spell, is the thing. Oh, that's my other one. Oh, okay. How close is Lady Cassalanter? Oh, I didn't.
She's maybe like 60 feet away. But it is not your turn next.
No, it's not my turn next, but I do, at the end of her turn, does my, I guess what I'm asking is, can I use my reaction now that I'm no longer charmed?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I'm going to cast Hellish Rebuke, as it has a range of 60 feet.
What level? Oh, you only have that as a 3rd level spell. Yeah.
I sure do.
You sure do.
Yeah. So I cast that dexterity save against 14.
You know, the good dice giveth, the good dice taketh away. She fails.
Cool. Now I'm going to roll for damage. Keep accidentally clicking that button. Now I rolled it for real. 21? 21 fire damage.
So you see her just erupt in flames, like some of the flickering embers that were on you and the now unconscious Nivenya gather back up and go and sort of like whip at her, burning her.
That's cool.
May I suggest that they are first taken into me and then tainted with my cerulean light?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very anime.
Yeah.
Also, does it ruin her tank top?
I mean, it's fire. Yes.
Also, I need to take my damage. I forgot to do that. Okay. Oh no, it's still not my turn. It's not my turn.
No. It is Lord Cassalanter's turn, and he sighs. You wouldn't be a slave. You wouldn't just let well enough be alone. You started all of this. Every one of these lives will be on your head, Will. And you see him hold up a hand and then slam it down onto the pavement, and emanating from that is a earthquake. Kiir, I'm going to need you to make a dex save. If you would also like to help and save Nivenya,
Yes.
then you will be rolling with disadvantage.
So, little note for the listeners. Before we got into this fight, Luke mentioned that we can run away, and that this encounter would be deadly by 3 times so much.
Yeah, I literally warned them.
Hey, we haven't
attacked them.
Yeah, the Hellish Rebuke was the first attack against them.
Yeah, and they fireballed us before that. So
Yeah. Anyway, let's just click this twice. God. 7.
That is not going to be enough. So, Nivenya, that is going to count as a failed death save for you.
All right.
wouldn't that count as 2 failed death saves?
Yes, that would then.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh shit. I'm really sorry. I thought.
No, it's all right. Fun things happen when I die.
Oh, well. Anyway, so how much damage am I taking?
You are going to be taking
Shortest episode ever.
12 damage.
Okay, I'm not dead yet.
And after doing this, the entire street is in chaos. Like, a earthquake happened in a public street, so cars are sinking into this massive fissure that opened up. Buildings are falling apart. Luckily, both of you were in the doorway, which is a safe place to stay during an earthquake, all things considered. And Victoro just says, "The next time that I see you, I don't need to finish that threat." And he snaps, and the barbed devil that was hiding fearfully vanishes.
Yeah, that had also been fireballs.
Kiir, it's your turn.
Everyone's gone?
Freaking out.
They are going to continue walking away unless you continue to try and fight them.
But everyone is walking away now, not just Lord Cassalanter.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna pick up Nivenya off the ground.
Maybe do a medicine check.
I go to the clerk.
Let me see if that clerk is... Which clerk? The clerk at the clothing store who you threatened?
Yeah, extremely. The nearest person to... If that is the nearest civilian to me and Nivenya.
No, it would be someone in a car, especially if you were looking for someone who is still alive.
Okay, then I'm going up to the first person I see in a car.
Yeah, I think that clerk got fireballed along with everything in that very expensive store.
And then earthquaked.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that also happened.
Like there was a loud...
Look, here, we'll move on. We'll get there. What does the first car I see look like, and who's driving it?
It is a, seafoam green Pinto equivalent. And this guy made it out generally fine, just one of the wheels of his car is stuck, and he's like, ugh, dang it, this is going to take forever to buff out.
My friend. We need medical attention. And Kiir kind of catches himself and places Nivenya in the passenger seat. Rather they do. I'll be fine. But we need to get them help.
Fair. Okay, I mean, if you can get the car out, you can use it to go up the street to the clinic.
Without saying another word, Kiir sets about to doing so.
Roll me a strength check.
Okay, never mind. Here comes my strength check. It's 19 minus 1 for an 18.
Yeah, you are able to just go down. You lift with your back, not with your knees, and get the car down there. And you are able to quickly make your way to the clinic. And inside, Nivenya is able to not die from this.
Is there a hot doctor? Is it like a hot TV doctor?
Oh, yeah, like chiseled jaw, tits up to here.
Unfortunately, no. I mean, they're hot, but it's more of a summer camp nurse vibe because they're only maybe TV 23, 25.
Okay, fair.
Whoa, what happened?
I'm crispy.
Fire happened.
Bogus. Okay, well, stabilize your friend. That's about all I have the training to do. Normally, if we just get hurt here, people die, because, they're no longer perfect, so, I mean, you know. Also, do you want your build now or later?
later, I suppose.
Fair.
How much later?
We'll just mail it to your house.
Yes, perfect. You can collect my address from my assistant, and I just leave into. I assume Nivenya is just still in a room.
Nivenya has been stabilized and is back up to 1 hit point.
1 hit point?
Okay.
Yep.
1 hit point. So is Nivenya just in a bed right now?
It is literally a couch.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm getting a better picture.
Yeah. No doctors. If you get sick, you just die.
Really need to push out
Yeah.
ER existing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I say, oh, sorry, you can send it care of Lady Cassalanter. As everyone can attest to on the street during the terrible events, they claimed our guardianship.
Yeah, sure, whatever. I, don't handle the paperwork here, so
Yeah, paperwork's
I'm not going to
shitty.
remember that. It is.
Yeah. Cough and smoke comes out. We should go.
Just point of order. I meant to say this, and then stuff got really dramatic. But I was planning on hanging on to the rope. Do I still have it?
Was it protected magically by fire?
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, I succeeded that save.
Also, it's on your person, and D&D has a thing where things that you're holding or that are on your person are not as affected by things that are not being held.
I'm leaving it up to Luke.
So that's up to Luke.
The rope was actually very cheap, so it just went up in a puff of smoke.
It was beautiful and expensive, but cheaply made.
I mean, it wasn't even really beautiful. It was just very expensive, and it was in a store.
Almost like everything in this world has a veneer of beauty, but is fake underneath.
Yes, a lot has sunk in since you almost died.
Yeah.
That came off harsh.
I do the thing in Charmed where I start my hands at my forehead and I run them back over my hair, and my hair gets beautiful and perfect again. Go watch Charmed, the movie.
Before we seek either our vengeance or our escape, I'm open to either. I just want to say something. Lord Cassalanter, before he left, said all of these lives were on me.
Yeah, that's not true. That's a bunch of horseshit. He's a little liar.
Well, what struck me is, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Before you met me, I never cared about anything like that. And I'm not going to continue to lie and say that I cared much now, but I thought you might have been gone in that moment.
Oh, I very nearly was, yes.
And that was terrifying for me.
Well, I'm sorry you had to experience that. My almost dying.
I realized that I just centered that on me. Yeah,
also, I think we're walking away from the doctors at this point. We're not having this conversation at the cabin clinic.
Yeah, no, this is extremely midnight cowboy shit. Camera just 20 feet ahead of us.
I'm glad you're having such emotional vulnerability. I'm going to be honest. I'm a little bit sore as to this entire experience. I feel like we've been tricked multiple times by several people, and I don't like it. So we should go back to Pierre's, and on our way, maybe we could figure out what this does. And I pull out the cane, which to me I imagine has an amber orb circle top. That's just like black ebony, pretentious.
Oh, Lord Cassalanter's cane.
Yeah.
Did you fully steal it from him?
Yes. I got a nat 20.
Yeah, 100%. You never let go of it.
Nope.
No, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
It is a ruby-topped cane.
Ruby-topped cane. All right, yes. Delicious.
Real Bond villain shit.
Yeah.
Somewhere elsewhere, we just briefly cut to Lord Cassalanter, who's just walking with nothing in his hand as though he had his cane.
Yeah.
He's like, fucking hell.
Yeah. He was holding a piece of rubble from casting Earthquake. Yeah.
All right. Well, I forgot about that as a good dungeon master. You are currently the owner of a rod of rulership.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
I'll remind you about the death saves. Not going to tell you about that cane.
Yeah.
Huh.
So enjoy your magical item.
Thank you.
Huh.
You can use an action to present the rod and command obedience from each creature of your choice that you can see within 120 feet. Each target must make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw and be charmed by you for 8 hours. Oh. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm its trusted leader. If harmed, it can cease to be charmed in this way. Oh, if harmed by you, your companions, or commanded to do something in contrary to its nature. So you sticking up for me did make sense.
Okay.
Target ceases to be charmed in this way. The rod can't be used again until the next dawn. Also, harmed by me or my companions. So if someone's charmed and gets hit by someone who I'm not the companion of, it doesn't break.
That's why Amalia hitting you both with a fireball broke the spell.
So thank you.
Okay. Yes, we should go back to Pierre. When was the big hullabaloo at Sadie's?
After.
Yeah, that's going to be in another day or so. And you need to get an invite to be able to go into Sadie's.
Then we should rest. We should...
Before we do that, I feel like this place has had an influence on me, and I just want to be extra shitty and petty. But since we're companions, I wanted to get your opinion of it. Should I just be so passive-aggressive?
To everyone?
No, darling. You want to see a new trick?
Kiir does a little giddy clap. Oh, please do.
I'm going to change that a larger deuce and take Sky, right? I just, as a short whistle, but better. And then I disco point at the sky and move my hand around, and the clouds begin to shape into words. And I think it just says Growlhund and Cassalanter never tip and regularly shit themselves.
I mean, the first part is less of a problem for the people in this town, but the second one.
And the last word is yo.
Yeah, it is written in the sky, and we cut over to the Cassalanters and Growlhund, and Lord Cassalanter looks up, sighs, and then just casts Dispel Magic after it's been up for a minute or two, before he had noticed it.
People have already magic screenshotted this, too.
Absolutely.
That ain't going away. Like, if you didn't see it, you heard about it.
Yeah. I couldn't resist.
I'm assuming that Pierre's car is a wreck.
Yeah, it was in the path of the earthquake.
Okay. Well, then we're walking back to Pierre's.
I mean, you could try and get it out. It's like halfway sunk in.
Yeah. Weren't we supposed to wreck it?
I look at Nivenya's. We could pull.
We could say this, like, we don't want to be mean to Pierre. He's the only nice person we've met. And he could just be just a little not intelligent.
Well, I mean, I was planning on lying to him.
Of course.
Oh.
Lies. I always forget that. For as many as I tell, I always forget about lying.
I agree. That seems unlike you. Given what I know, but I still...
I feel like lying about myself is different from lying to people. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think I have more experience in lying about circumstances and events, and you more your identity.
Right, yes.
Which, yes, maybe less of a lie in my opinion, but well.
Yes.
I'm sorry, so do we want to just try to pull this thing out, or hike on back to Pierre and tell a sob story?
Let's hike back to Pierre and see what he feels about it.
Let's.
It's probably not going anywhere.
I believe he was having a party.
Yes.
So you hike back to Pierre's, which takes about an hour. At this point, the sun has set. And you see that, actually, most of the houses are very dark, but Pierre's is lit up. There's some people going inside there, and as you get there, a man at the door says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Nivenya has been fixing our clothes as we walk, because I realized I doubled down on a cantrip, and I got mending.
You don't look so crispy. Kiir just does a little flirtatious wink to the bouncer and says, "Oh, you're letting us in." And I cast suggestion.
Friends of Pierre.
This guy has to be a 14 wisdom.
Do you have a invitation?
I'm assuming he passed that.
Yes.
I see. Oh, I just met Pierre this morning and the most terrible thing happened to his car.
Oh, yes. Well, go inside then.
Excellent.
I feel like I wasted some energy there, but come along. And
I limp along because I have 1 HP.
Yes.
And so you go into the house, which is well lit, but sparsely populated. Like, you heard people talking some not great things about Pierre and him being unpopular, and that's kind of the sign here. Like, there's a lot of food that's put out, but there's more food than people. There's maybe like 3 or 4 other people in here besides Pierre.
And where is Pierre?
Pierre is currently talking to another woman who you have not seen yet.
Just as we're approaching, and Nivenya is limping. Kier's like, "Yes, good, just like that. Look pathetic as possible." "Oh, Pierre!"
Oh, hey, what's up? How was the drive?
"Oh, it wasn't a drive. Did you just assume I took the car out for a drive?"
I mean...
Also, Pierre, that's not important.
Yeah?
Here's what we have to do. The sun is setting, and what's more dramatic than a little cloud advertising for your party?
I, don't know.
Exactly. Come on. What do you want it to say? 10 letters, 10 words or less. Come to Pierre's, there's free booze.
Yes?
Come to Pierre, there's free booze. If you miss this, and then just... No, you can't miss this. And then
Okay.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
How are you doing, sweetie?
I'm very, very, confused.
Yes. It's a confusing time.
Yeah.
We've always had such confusing days. Oh.
Yeah. I, gotta get something done before this party's over. So,
What do you gotta get done?
I made a deal with the wise women.
Oh.
And if I, don't throw an absolute banger of a party, then I owe them some stuff.
Like your soul?
No,
Is it your eyes?
flesh.
Old women always want your eyes.
Livers.
I have to serve them for 5 years?
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't think this party's, going to be a banger.
Well, everyone within several miles of here is going to see sun-written cloud writing. And...
Roll me a charisma check. We'll see how effective that is.
Nice.
Nat 20! 23 total.
Oh.
No.
I'm going to steal it and bring people to parties.
Nat 20.
That actually fits my character.
A lot of people have seen it. The Cassalanters didn't see it.
Yeah.
Because they're up doing other things, and
Also, the skywriting was related to that other scandalous thing, so everyone's talking about clouds anyway, so everyone's already looking up.
oh yeah, they're looking for the next big thing.
Yeah.
And so sooner rather than later, a party, a line fills up, and the bouncer
A party carriage?
slowly lets people in to the house. Because it's been a weird day. Everyone's kind of looking for a good party. And the house slowly fills, the food starts to disappear. Pierre looks more excited. He's smooching on some people.
Yeah.
And it is a better than average party.
But it's not quite a banger.
For you all, it's not a banger. For Pierre, it's probably a banger.
Okay, oh, sweet Pierre. Can I take a short rest while this is happening? Birds of it dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also going to do this.
Where are you going to rest?
Ooh, you know what I do?
What?
I set up. Is there some bedroom that no one's having sex in right now?
Right now.
Okay.
Yes.
I move a little furniture and set up a makeshift barricade, and then put on my best bouncer pose.
You know what every good party needs? A chill out room.
What?
Where you just zone out.
I was going to say, like, it's a VIP lounge and, like, no one's allowed in. And they think it's that much cooler.
Oh, if no one's allowed in? Yeah.
Yeah. And you're allowed to just go sleep in there because no one saw you go in. Or, you know. And I figure we can take shifts.
And so after you've like gotten this set up and you've gotten to turn away a few people, a mysterious figure dressed in a black cloak appears. Almost maybe composed of this black cloak, comes and silently holds out 2 envelopes for you, Kiir.
I take them and open. I look at them. Now, is there a sequence that I'm supposed to open these?
You see one of them has your name on it, and the other has Nivenya's name.
Oh, dear. I open mine.
And on it, you see your invitation to Sadie's party. And that is where we'll end this week's episode.
Damn.
Oh, shit. That's good.
Solved nothing.
Hi, I'm Luke, your game master. You've been listening to RPG Pals Club at rpgpals.club. But yeah, we're available everywhere. If you enjoy this podcast, please let us know. Also, we have a Discord, we have a Twitter, leave reviews. We have a Patreon, but no one really uses that, which, you know, it is fine. But yeah, we also all have some other projects. I'm personally on Twitter at Koltreg, that's KOLTREG. And if you're looking for a new show to listen to, I am the producer of the new podcast Tales from the Outlands, which is a podcast about a D&D campaign I'm in with 17 other players, plus our Dungeon Master. So it's the Dungeon Master, one of the other players, and then me as the producer, in a much more reserved personality, talking about this wild campaign we're in.
And I've been Eric, aka Rhythm Bastard. You can find everything I do on my website, rhythmbastard.rocks. You can also give me money by getting my music at rhythmbastard.bandcamp.com and get my new music as I release it at patreon.com/rhythmbastard. By the time you're listening to this, I have a game that I did music for called Retromania Wrestling, available February 26th.
I'm Gina Dazer. You can find me online at Twitter, if you still use it, because it's full of interesting things every day, at Adaser, Adaser. Or if you want to see some of the arts I'm working on, I have Patreon at Jean_Adaser. And, you know, just be good to each other. Watch some episodes of Shinya Shokudo, the Japanese version. It's very good. The ones on Netflix are not the first 3 seasons, so it's worth it to look it up. It's just wholesome, good, slow experiences content. It's just nice.
I'm Sam. You can find me on Twitter at Frunding_Loom. You can also hear me on the Established Property Playhouse as Lem. We are doing a Pokemon Fun Time campaign with our Game Master Luke and our resident Crocodile Madison.
Hi, I've been Sahoni, also known as Gar Atkins, but you can find me on Twitter at Sahoni_stuff. That's SAHONI_stuff, where I work as a game designer and podcaster. You can catch me on my other podcast, Barking Points Memo, which is a current events comedy podcast where we look at the news and then we yell about it, but hopefully in a funny way. You can also catch up with the progress of my almost completely done book, Exceptionals, which is an RPG inspired by X-Men about the spaces and communities that marginalized people made for themselves. And I'm basically just in the art phase right now, so I'm doing a lot of art streams lately. Would be fun to hang out and talk with y'all.
Hi, my name's Madison Rowan. You can find me on Twitter at QuipsterRecrew. Everything I do will be linked over there. You can also hear me on Luke's other podcast, the Established Property Podcast, as you heard before. I play Kaz, and you can also hear me on a podcast I do with my brother called Let's Make Something, a podcast about making stories from randomly generated words.